Okay, so today I'm going to show you a trick for how to draw the moon phases, how to draw the shapes. This is not going to show you how to name the moon phases or count the days between the moon phases, just how to draw the shapes, which is a pretty important trick. The trick is called O backward C, I forward C, OCIC, but O backward C, I forward C. I know it looks weird, it looks crazy. It's important to do it like that. So O backward C, I forward C. Okay, to start, we always need to draw the sun right in front of our belly button. So wherever your belly button is, that you're going to draw the sun on your paper right in front of that, facing that same direction. That's what I mean. So my sun is going to be down here. And then I need to draw 8 moons, 8 circles for our moons. I always draw one at the bottom, one at the top, one on each side. It's okay if they're not perfect circles, y'all. It's okay. And then one in between there, or one in between each of those. And that'll give you 8 moons. I meant to make this a lot more rounder. It's a lot ovalier than I meant, a lot more ovular than I meant, but oh well. Those are my 8 moons. In the center, what's in the center of the moons? What are the moons revolving around? Earth. So in the center, I need Earth. And y'all should know by now that revolve is to go around. It's revolving around Earth, so it's going around Earth. All right, so I have my 8 moons. There is only one moon, y'all. There's only one moon. But I'm drawing 8 moons to represent the 8 phases. Since the moon revolves around the Earth, we see a different phase on Earth at different times. We are going to focus on 8 phases that we see. Y'all know this because y'all know that the moon does not always look the same when you look up into the sky. All right, so this is where the trick comes in handy. Watch how cool this is. So we start on the moon closest to the sun. Remember, our trick is O backward C, I forward C. So this is O backward C, I forward C. O backward C, I forward C. And then I start over. O backward C, I forward C. If y'all are like, what did she just do? Let me show you one more time. O backward C. I'm just drawing a backward C inside the circle. Don't overthink it. I'm drawing an I inside the circle. I'm drawing a forward C inside the circle. O backward C, I forward C. Okay, so now that's given me the shape. Now I need to shade so that we can see the shape. This one always gets shaded 100% because this is a new moon. This one always stays 100% white because that is a full moon. In this moon, what's happening is the sun is hitting the back of the moon. So from Earth, we only see all black. We see the front of the moon, it's dark. The sun is not hitting that side, so it's all black. This moon, well, this position of the moon, the sun is hitting the front of the moon, the side that's facing us. So we see 100% of that side of the moon. Okay? All right. To make our shapes for the rest of them, we are going to color in the side of the moon facing the Earth, the side of the moon closest to the Earth. So see how there's 2 sides? I'm going to shade in the part that's closest to the Earth. And now look, I have just a little crescent, just a little moon. There's two sides. I'm going to shade in the part that's closest to the earth. I'm going to do that same thing all the way around. I'm shading in the part that's closest to the earth. Your moons should have light on the outside of the moons, not on the inside. Do the same thing on the other side. Shade the part closest to the earth. All right, so you should be able to go around your moons and see the light on the outside. If you put your finger around the moons and it's dark on the outside all the way around, you messed up. You did it opposite. Your light should be on the outside of the moons. Go ahead and prepare yourself mentally to draw these a whole bunch of times in the next few days. You're not going to complain about it because it's going to help you understand it and memorize it to draw it. The more you draw it, the more you get it. Once you've got it down, you got it. Easy peasy. So O backwards C, I forward C. O backwards C, I forward C. And light is on the outside. Always shade the part of the moon that's closest to the earth. Remember, there are not 8 moons. There's 1 moon. We are showing a position the moon is in, which shows different moon phases.